In this Beat the Meta video, we have some sliding as well as some spinning, and we jump aboard the world champion as they battle it on the final lap. Hello everyone, and welcome back to a Gran Turismo video where we're doing Beat the Meta in that Honda NSX GT500 car, the newest Group 3 car currently in Gran Turismo. As always, if you do enjoy these videos, make sure you do get a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm laughing my head off here because of the acceleration. It's atrocious. Head down in towards turn 1, then we got Choke Lopez up ahead. Obviously, that's Koke on a different account, I imagine. And we tried to follow on the inside of this Audi R8 as we go into this left-hander. Tiny bit of contact, nothing major there, but good side-by-side racing as we continue on through here. We've got a 2-second penalty up ahead there for a German driver, JH Motorsport, as we head into the right. And we were side-by-side with the Audi for quite a while as we continue on through here, using all of the circuit and a little bit more. As we continue on, we'll move my face over towards the left-hand side because that Audi R8 is coming for me then. Around the outside, they're going to try that. Brilliant racing here so far with the Portuguese driver as we go into the right-hander. We continue on out, both giving each other room here as we head down towards the hairpin, still side by side. This is beautiful racing right now, and we're just pulling ahead here, so we're showing the NSX does have some good speed then as we go into the hairpin, and it looks like all said and done here. We are finally past that Audi. Oh, hello, somebody's off towards the right-hand side there. So we get another place. We will have a look at that accident a little bit later on, of course we will, as we continue on. Oh, hello, another one's gone. Another one bites the dust. Not sure what's going on here. Then looking down the inside of this Nissan GTR potentially. No, not quite. Had to back out of that completely as we continue on through. Now, there is a penalty up ahead, which should mean another place gained here. And Lopez is already ahead of them as well. So Lopez has really made some moves here early on in this race. So we're up into P12 here. Let's have a look at what actually happened then. We're on board Alex in the Ferrari 458 GT3 car. In towards the right we go. There's a bit of contact up ahead. Contact between the BMW and Lambo. Then the Ferrari pushes the BMW into Lambo, and then the Lambo has gone, and the Ferrari hits the Lamborghini there. So lots of little contacts there. Do need to back out that a little bit if there is contact, to be honest with you. And we can see there the incident with the other car. Let's jump on board that other car then. It's another Ferrari there. Gets pushed out wide a little bit there by Rafa. We can hear the Lamborghini bidding it behind us. Into the Schumacher S, slight tap from the BMW, and then oversteer, and then the BMW continues on through there. So the Ferrari punted there of Roby, and we've got on through as well. So some little incidents there that could have been avoided, to be honest, here with a bit better driving from people around. It's not the Lamborghini's fault in the slightest there at all as we continue on here. So we've got down the inside of this Nissan GTR. Tiny tap here in towards the left-hander. It can be frustrating when they happen as we head towards the next left then in this Mercedes-Benz arena. Can't see a Mercedes-Benz at the moment though. We've just got a Nissan and a Honda as we go through the right-hander. Then we continue on out of here. Oh, big oversteer moment for the GTR driver as we head towards the left-hander then. Looking down the inside, can we do it? Are we going to send it? No, not quite. Didn't really have the overlap there to make that work as we go into the right. We've got a penalty in the distance. That's for Alex in that Ferrari 458 who is involved in that earlier incident here. In fact, the GTR gets past the Ferrari due to that penalty, and we're going to look down the inside of the Ferrari then, try and follow this GTR through. Back to chase, can we go? Let's have a look if we can get this move done quick as we can. The Ferrari still on my inside here then as we go through here. Another little bit of contact then. That's just a little mistake. Oh, come on, Alex, got to give some room there, mate. Okay, that wasn't too nice. We continue on through here. We have been left some room as we go into the right-hander, looking to get this done then. So we're going to leave some room for the Ferraris to come back on the circuit. Still side by side though, so this is pretty good. Each other leaving some space there as we go into the left. Oh, Alex gets another penalty and some oversteer to boot then. So we are up into P11 finally after all said and done. What we're going to do then is advance a bit further on then. Up in the distance, we've got the GTR who's going to make a move on the Porsche who had a penalty as we head in towards the chicane for the penultimate time here in this first race. Now, if you're unsure what Beat the Meta is, because I did mention that it was Beat the Meta, I didn't say the rules, make sure you check out the description down below. It's got all the rules in there, but effectively, and the summary, there needs to be at least one A+ driver in here. We start from last in the first race, and then we can qualify in this car going forward, and we see if we can beat the Meta, which this week is a mixture of cars. Certainly not this car, though, as we head towards turn number 1. Down the inside we go as the Porsche changes livery there. You can see that bug still exists there where the livery doesn't load in some situations. Sometimes it's replay, sometimes it's actually in-game footage. You can see there that the Porsche slightly taps the GTR in that left-hander. We're now trying to follow that Porsche through as they go a little bit deep here, and I can see what's happening, so I'll just back out of this then as there's contact as we go into this right-hander. I've got the good run on this one. It's a big, oh, hello, who's that? Oh, Lopez has gone then, so Lopez is around. We're into P9 then, fighting for P8 here as we go into this left-hander. What I was going to say here is this NSX is very good at accelerating out of corners in terms of grip. Not necessarily the actual performance of acceleration, but the grip out of the corners. It really just plants itself and goes. Now, what actually happened to Koke then? So through the left we go, and they're going to go into the right. Oh, that's a bit too much of a cut, that is. As we continue on. Oh, clips the grass as well. Hits the barrier and goes for a spin with a penalty to boot there as well. But that's not from the spin, of course. That is just from track limits. What we're going to do then is jump off board, or jump away from Koke and jump back on board myself then as we go into the final chicane here on the final lap. Oh, big oversteer moment there. The Portuguese driver looking at the inside has to back out of it though, because I'm sort of sat in the middle of the chicane then. I have to go defensive into the final corner as we go through here. We're going to head towards the line then in P8 in this first race, which isn't too shabby. Although saying that, the Porsche's coming back at me here as we head towards the line. There's the performance that is the problem, and we just get that by 16 thousandths of a second then. That was a good little drag race at the end with the Portuguese driver. Still P8 in the end, and we saw the issue there with the acceleration. This was the next race. I came P2. Wasn't an overly exciting race, to be honest with you, but it gave me some hope. It gave me some hope. Race number 3, P6 then. That was a very strong lobby, that though. You can see all the A pluses on the left-hand side. So race 3 was down. We jumped to race number 4 then, where we're down to a 54.7 in terms of qualifying, and we're not that far off P2. P1 though, a 54.2. Wasn't in sight at the moment, that is for sure. Once again, look at that Porsche catching me in that rear view mirror as we head down towards turn number 1. We have to go defensive here because the initial acceleration in this car is atrocious. It's probably why it's got so much grip when you do accelerate out of corners. However, the speed does build in this car, and we will see that a little bit later on. Heading into the Mercedes-Benz Arena here, or halfway through it now, and it's Nissan, Evo, Nissan, Honda. So it's what, Germany? No, sorry, it's not. It's not Germany, Japan at all. It's all Japan. Nissan and Honda and Mitsubishi. Right, we're going to head towards the final chicane here on the first lap. In we go. We did have some good stability on exit to this car. We can see that right there. The GTR having a bit of slip. Nice PlayStation livery on that car as well as we go into the right hand. I have to take avoiding action there as Make went a tiny bit deep there. Had to overslow the car to avoid that contact as we continue on out of here. Now, in terms of setups, by the way, so on this race, I'd gone back to standard. In race 2 and 3, I'd changed the setup to a Porsche setup, but it was rubbish, if I'm brutally honest with you. I was faster on default, so I am now going to start playing with the setup a little bit as we go into these races then, as we go round the outside of P4, then potentially P3 on the cards here. Look at it, it's good side-by-side racing as we continue into this left-hander then. Can we get the job done? Yes, we can. A bit of oversteer there. I just heard the tyres screech as we continue on out of here. We might not have to do setups after all then as we head into the chicane, because look at this. We're already up to P2 then, or catching P2 should say, not up to P2. As we continue on, they've got a track limit penalty as well. They cut that chicane a little bit too much then as we go into this right-hander, and we're going to continue on out of here. In fact, we'll fast forward a little bit, head towards turn number 1. Hard on the brakes. The leader is just disappearing, and we nearly ran the Evo there. Just hit the brakes a little bit shorter than I was expecting as we go into this left-hander, but it's all good. They actually apologized for that, and they didn't really have to at all as they go off the circuit then and back on. So they're going to have dirt on their tires here. I was very well aware of that. I was looking to get the run out of this corner, but they defend the inside here beautifully, so I decided to take the outside line then, and we get the job done. Happy days indeed. The final lap then, we're miles off P1, but even so, we do come home in P2. So P2 is our best position so far. I decided to go away and have a little bit of a play with the setups. Now the question is, would it work? So that was race number 4. We jumped to race number 5, where we're still in P2. Notice the time increase there, more A+ in this one, and then eventually got a 54.1. Yes, indeed. And the German's not here anymore, so I put all that effort in to beat the German, and he doesn't turn up for this race, race number 6. So we're starting in pole position here. Let's see what we can do. Can we hold on to this then as we head towards turn 1? Bumper Jane trying to send it round the outside here, but sector 1 is where this car is very good indeed. Now, if you are enjoying this video, as always, hit the like button and hit that subscribe button. Stay in touch with all the latest content. We're nearly at 51,000 subscribers now. If you do want to be involved in the 50k special, special, make sure you're on Discord, as I'm literally finalizing the event right now, and then we will start the entrance and we'll do the lottery, of course. Speaking of lottery, we're going to head in towards the chicane for the first time of asking here, as we jump over the first part and second part. Looks fairly okay here. Bumper Jane still on my rear there. Look at that. Half a second separates us. I did struggle at the hairpin versus that AMG. That bolts out of the hairpin. He's obviously halfway in the lap here. We go straight to slipstream, so over towards the right hand side for a defensive move, then back to racing line. I can't then move back over to the right, so I made my decision. Lap number 2, then here we go into the chicane once again, and I was nervous here. Look how close Bumper Jane is as we get a whole load of oversteer. Bumper Jane also gets some oversteer, but look at the speed. They're catching me very quickly here now as we go into the final corner, and it's under 4/10 of a second, although we get a very good exit here over towards the right hand side to break it. And then what we will do is go back towards the left hand side. There we go. We just do it randomly there just so we get a little bit of a breather. But what we're going to do is jump back towards the chicane. It's the third time of asking, can we get it right? Here we go. Through we go. Oh, very close to a cut then. Oh, we use all of the exit there. Hit the grass, and we do get some oversteer, but we do manage to catch it as we go into the final corner. Same sort of distance here. And on the start-finish straight, this car does pull very nicely once we get up to speed. We jump to the final lap then. Lap 4 was absolutely fine. Here's the final lap. In we go through the right. And I was so cautious there through the chicane. I did not want a penalty. I did not want what to happen last time to happen. Let's jump to the VOD then for the reaction. Yes! Oh, finally. Oh, yes. Let's go. Yes, we've done beat the meta in the Honda NSX GT500 there, and it's an okay race time. It's definitely could have been quicker. I think even my P2 race was quicker than the P1 race, but I was so cautious in the chicane. I'm making mistakes. Here's my setup. I used just critically the diff. I randomly put that setting in by mistake and it seemed to work. However, the braking sensitivity you may want to increase a little bit more. Just keep that in mind. My brake balance is also +5 for those that do want to give this a try. We jump then to the tables and the leaderboards then. What have we done in terms of Beat the Meta Group 3? Well, here's the first 10 that we have done Beat the Meta, and you can check out the full playlist in the description. So if you want to see the Alfa Romeo 4C, for example, go to the playlist, click it, and then you'll get the whole list, and then you can pick whichever ones you want to watch, because we've done quite a few here. As can be seen, where we see P11 to P20. They probably got in Tidge. Why is the Ford GTLM Race Car Spec 2 highlighted? We did that in a live stream, and I'll link the live stream at the end of this video if you want to check out what was happening there, because that was a big old live stream, that one. It was a very difficult Beat the Meta, and it had some fantastic entertainment during it. Of course, the Honda is there as well. We did win with the Honda, which is awesome. Absolutely awesome. It had 10 votes in the end. P21 to P30, you can see right here then. And even more results there. The McLaren F1 GTR, that was a big one there. 33 votes that had at the time. Now, we will talk about car profiles here. I did mention it in the last car profile video. No more car profiles for now until the new physics come into the game. Subaru WRX, we did also try Beat the Meta in that on the live stream as well. You may want to check that out because that had some interesting battling as well. So yes, no car profiles coming or happening in the near future at least. And when I say near future, I'm expecting 2 months of a break at least. And then potentially we'll see where we are with the BOP and where we go from there. 2 cars we've still not attempted there, the Skyline Silhouette and the Ford GTLM Spec 2 test car. So make sure you get your votes in for those. Alternatively, the second place cars, you can vote for them as well because we do need to do them and we do need to try and do it. Now, we also have Group 4 Beat the Meta on the go. No Group 4 this week though, so if there's a Group 4 car you want to see, make sure you write that in the comments. All the votes added up and we will certainly give it a try. This Honda NSX GT500 car, though, it has some interesting strengths. It does suffer with some understeer, some very spiky oversteer at the end of braking phases. However, on acceleration, out of corners, like here in Turn 1, it is absolutely godlike. It really is. It'd be interesting to see where it does fit on the car profiles in the future. If you have enjoyed this video, as always, do give a like and do subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the support from you. I really do. My logo's there to subscribe as well. 2 videos there to check out, including the live stream where I tried to beat the meta, but that is going to be it for me. Check out GT Amiga and Fanatec using the links below and my code Tidgney at checkout. Big thank you for watching as always, and I hope to see you in a video or live stream again very soon.